Hey everybody, I'm B and I'm playing Violet.
I'm Alex, and I am playing Cyrus Eldamar.
Sup nerds, I'm Sarah and I'm playing Cinda.
Hello, hello. My name is Juno, and I am playing the Ashen One.
I'm Hubelio, and I'm playing literally everyone else because I am the DM. Welcome back, everyone. Seagulls wheel across a gray sky as rain pelts rolling waves. We pan down to see the water and a dim light shining up from below. Diving down, we quickly go from the low, rolling thrum of the waves to sun-flecked fish. A large tuna lazily wobbles through a cloud of krill. As the waters clear and seaweed parts, we see the glow resolve into round shapes with tendrils swept behind them. Their yellow glow shines over a pearlescent film spanning miles. As we approach closer, buildings, trees, and streets can be seen through the film below. Bursting through, we're now in an open, dry air. 500 feet below, you see an open area with tent covers and huts. A snowy owl with piercing blue eyes glides from tent pole to tent pole. As we slow down to a crawl, we approach street level and we rejoin our party mid-investigation. Last session, you had a bit of a bumpy invitation to do some work for councilperson Helen Stansberry. Upon reaching the market, you've started investigating the shopping public to see who might be responsible for recent thefts. Wheel-ruts divide the mud streets running from one side of the market bazaar to the other. Goats bleat, and the heavy, wet stomp of cows being led can be heard over the din of shoppers and vendors. Yellow jelly light marks a bright and warm day that, much like most of the city of Seagate, is enjoyed without the annoyance of insects, despite the very clement weather. A second glance at some of the livestock might reveal some insect life still exists, but in very small quantities when the city is aquatically locked. Although the crowd has thinned since the morning rush, there are still many people out and about, including those that may fit the description of a thief you have been tracking. From various reports and deductions, you know that they possess on them a red bag, short sleeves, a silver belt, 2 books, and blue pants. So as your list of suspects thins, we go back to the top of initiative, and Cyrus is up. As a little reminder, your proximity to your investigation target will have an impact on the modifier.
Yes, sir, it will. Now, if I remember correctly, we'd been narrowing down, kind of slowly zeroing in, and I think the Ashen One had kind of been circling around. Kind of looks like a crazy old guy with like a buck tooth up there.
Yep.
And so following that line of thought, because my initial suspect turned out not to match enough of the description, I'm going to stroll up northwards through this kind of row of tents, and I want to get up to the tent that this individual is at, but not on the side that they are at.
Okay.
And kind of, do a cursory examination of the goods on offer, but really keeping more of an eye on him than anything else.
Okay. And then this will be your choice between insight or investigation.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go with investigation. It's not bad. That is a 17 to start.
Okay. So you notice that this individual has the blue pants. They have the silver belt, short sleeves, and a red bag.
And I'm going to kind of just glance back over my shoulder at the Ashen One. I'm not trying to make any big movements, but just to kind of catch his attention real quick, like, and just a real little subtle head nod towards this gentleman that we've been looking at.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's good. I'm just going to keep an eye on him.
All right. It is the Ashen One's turn.
I'm gonna look over and kind of pick up on that head nod, and let me count my steps here. Got my D&D Fitbit on. Not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored, but it could be. Could be Eldritch Outcast Fitbit. That's what I'm saying. 10, 35. I'm gonna go here, kind of just like staying like in between the tents. The market stands here, kind of just like peeking in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, just trying to also kind of close in to get a look at this guy. So I'm going to take another look. I'm going to do let's see. I'm going to do an insight check, if that is A-okay.
Absolutely.
Those are the words I like to hear. And I wish I didn't, but let's see. That plus this number gives me a 9. I can do the math. Tell me that is the magic number.
So you glance over at him, and you're not sure if he like is aware that both of you have kind of been scoping him out, but he produces a few coins and pays for a cup of like a mug of it looks kind of like gruel. It's hot, it's steaming. It doesn't smell particularly good, but he takes it, he pays for it, and he just walks over to this other tent. Unfortunately, you are not able to determine if he has any other identifying marks or features.
For somebody who got all of their history off of the Monty Python franchise, can you explain to me what gruel is?
So most of the time I would say that my interpretation of it is very flavorless, bland soup, which its main feature is that it's hot, and probably has some sort of protein or carbohydrate content, not necessarily in like a high volume, but it's something a little bit thicker than just hot water.
Oh, why am I don't like the sound, like the thick water. I don't like that. That's unsettling.
There have been some bits of media that would describe it as a hot brown kind of thing.
We're gonna stop right there and we're gonna keep going.
Know your media, sir. Know your franchises.
Apparently not.
You should feel shame.
Oh,
apparently
no.
I'm missing out on a whole market. I think we need to get a gruel line for the Eldritch Outcast, like a shirt or something.
No. I will not be part of this.
Okay. Well, if I can't do anything else, then I am going to. Anyone in the vicinity? There is not, because Sarah's character is blocked by another stand. So I'm going to pass my turn on.
Okay. The gruel man is going to continue making his way to another tent.
Is that his name now? The Gruel Man?
The Gruel Man.
Ugh.
This bandit is going to go over here. Not a bandit. What are you talking about? This person who's totally not suspicious is going to go.
Was that above the table or like calling him a bandit?
Oh, it was above the table. I'm
just checking. Sorry, I'll let you DM. I just had to.
Okay.
It was
All right. It is now Cinder's turn.
Okay. All right. So Cinder is kind of looking around, trying to see who's around. Doesn't look like she can probably see a whole bunch with all the different kind of tents and displays and whatnot. So she's kind of gonna go, I guess, back the way she kind of came. She's going to go, approximately 30 feet to the south.
Mhm.
And from where she's at right now, does she see that tiefling person?
To the left, yeah, you can see
Yeah.
him.
Okay. So she is going to kind of move over a little bit, and she's going to kind of, look at what's going on with. I'm not sure if that's a tent based off the map or if it's some other stuff.
Looks like
That's
it's
right.
probably a cart or a stand.
Okay. So she's gonna kind of pretend to kind of, scope out the stand, see what's going on. What
Mhm.
is there? I'm curious.
At this stand, there are a few pieces of jewelry. There is a single rock that is floating in midair, about 2 inches above the surface of the table.
Oh.
And he's actually like looking at that rock and just like touching it and seeing it and like watching it kind of spin and react to his nudges.
The tiefling man.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Okay. All right. So she can't really get any further. So she's going to just kind of, using her peripheral vision, just kind of scope this guy up. She is a little intrigued by the rock.
Mhm.
I mean, who doesn't want a floating rock? Am I right? And she will attempt to. What kind of penalty is that from that distance?
I think you're looking at a -1.
Okay, that's not horrible. Hopefully. Okay, guys, new dice.
Please tell me it's a 1.
It is a 1.
The curse, it worked. It passed it on.
I hate you, Juno.
So
Why
so-
would you do this to me?
So for anybody who was not present for that, Sarah got new dice, and the first thing that I did is I immediately was like, I curse your dice. I curse you, and apparently it worked. And
It works.
So
I thought we
just
were
smudged
friends.
them.
I mean,
No.
I would say that Juno probably had cursed dice last time, so that's how he was
I
able to
didn't
All
pass
my
want
it.
dice
them.
were cursed.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
you
think
know what?
so.
I hereby harness my power and manifest a curse upon Alex once
Oh.
again. Actually, no.
Alright.
I'm sorry. No.
Nope,
That was
it's done.
not.
It's done. You've made your
It's
enemies.
done.
You've burned your bridges.
That's how it is now.
Okay, well, I have the next victim on my list already figured out. Then no
Okay.
spoilers. Okay, all right. So with a dirty 1. That's
Mhm.
going to be a grand total of 4 on my part. With that deduction of 1, we're looking at a nice solid 3.
Uh-huh.
This is great.
You
This is great.
are just mesmerized by that rock.
I am mesmerized by that rock. That is such a cool freaking rock. She wants the rock.
And that's literally all that you see.
It's just the world is a rock right now. She is a crow or a cat. She needs the shiny. She needs the shiny. Okay, well, with that being said, I guess I'll pass my turn.
Okay.
New target acquired.
A few more folk are just kind of bouncing around here and there. The man that was messing with the rock like looks at you kind of funny, like, and instead of like engaging in a conversation with you, he just stops and like stops touching the rock and just turns around and walks to the south.
She doesn't even notice. That guy is not nearly as interesting as this rock.
Mm-hmm. All right. Violet, it is your turn.
I think I already investigated this guy that's a bit above me, right? I thought they were gone. I've been hiccuping this whole time. The second I go to talk, they come back. Yeah, anyways, I think I already investigated this guy that's above me, and having the encounter I just had, I'm just wanting to find my way back to my friends with question mark at the end.
Acquaintances?
Acquaintances, pals, buddies. I'm gonna make
Roomies.
my way up. Oh, I didn't mean to. Roomies. I haven't even roomed with you guys.
Oh
I
gosh,
don't
you're
think
right.
I'm gonna make my way
Never
to
mind.
Cinder and just kind of stick close, not even say anything. Like also taking a little glance at the floating rock here.
She doesn't notice you.
Because that is really interesting. That is a really interesting rock.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that'll just be my turn.
We are back at the top of the order with Cyrus.
Okay. I am going to. Okay. I have. Oz is on the big purple pentagonal tent, kind of smack dab in the middle.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have him, because he has a 60-foot fly speed. So, okay, I'm going to have him fly from there over to where Cinder and Violet are and kind of like just flutter in front of them and like hoot at them to get their attention, and then take the dash action to come back over in my general direction. I don't actually want him. I'll put him on the yellow tent directly to my right.
Got it.
Because I don't want him visibly attached to me quite yet. And then I'm gonna move about 30-ish feet over this way, keeping like I don't want to stay too close to that guy now that I'm kind of like focused in on him. So I want to give him a little room to breathe, to feel like he is safe to do something unscrupulous. So I'm just gonna stick back here at this tent, this stand, and just keep a real good eye on him.
Okay. Are you going to be rolling your investigation on him again?
Yeah, because I want to see actually. I want to see like if he's while he's like buying something, if he's actually like stealing something or whatnot. Okay. So let's see. What'll that be? -1 or?
Yeah, -1.
Okay, that's not terrible. 14.
With that 14, you see that he is also carrying 2 books. On top of that, as he's pulling gold out of his pocket to buy something, he sets his bowl of hot brown down, and he slides something small from the tabletop into his other pocket. So basically, like, he's kind of doing a thing where his one hand is getting is attracting attention, and he slides something from the stand into his pocket, and you notice it even though no one else does.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill here and really keep a good eye on him.
Oh, I forgot to make a settings change to my audio here. Okay. All right, sorry about that. So with that last investigation, you see that not only has he stolen something, but he also matches the descriptions that you've gathered. And that is this guy right up here. I'm going to ping him real quick. as he purchases something from the stand, they say, "Okay, well, have a good day, sir." And he's like, "All right, you have a good day too." And he picks up his bowl of hot brown and walks to this tent right up here. And the Ashen One, it is now your turn.
That's me. Are we still having that, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Connection.
Yeah. That telepathy.
Tilapia, yes.
So that's what I was going to say, but I was like, it's a little bit of a stretch. So I know that this was witnessed by Cyrus.
Correct.
And the other two, then they would know, unless there's like a distance cap on it.
No, there's no distance cap.
Okay.
But there is a shiny rock.
There is a shiny rock.
If Ash goes down there, Ash is cooked. Ash is gonna like just sit there and look at the rock.
There's fate's already written. But go on.
Right. Trying to think of like what would I want to do? I mean, I could try grappling the person, because I feel like Ash would just be like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 5. I'm gonna go down here. So that's 5. And I'm gonna speak to Cyrus, and I'm gonna be like, you saw that he took that, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
Should we wait for the others, or what do you think?
Yeah, that's my idea. I don't want to flush him out quite yet, you know. So I sent the Ozman to go let the girls know that something's up over here. So hopefully we'll have some backup sooner rather than later.
I hope so too. I do not want this person to run, and I would like to get our pay.
Yeah, I could use the coin. So keep your eyes peeled, and maybe just keep a little distance between you and I, you know?
Yes. Okay. And then let's see. So I went 25. So I'm gonna go back here, so that I'm kind of like out of his line of sight, and I'm also not near Cyrus. And then that is going to be my turn.
Okay. I'm going to jump directly to Cinder.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know, but the way you said that makes me a little concerned, but okay. So Cinder sees this rock.
Mm-hmm.
Is there there's an attendant by this stall, correct?
Yes, indeed.
All right. She's going to approach the attendant.
Okay.
My good friend, I do have a few questions about that rather interesting rock.
It's quite beautiful, isn't it?
I suppose. What's its story?
It is a hoverstone. It hovers. It's quite shiny. As you look at it, there's just little flecks of like mica and quartz in an otherwise like sandstone finish to it. So it looks like it would be pretty soft, but like with like a little bit of like a pumice stone kind of grit to it.
The rock collector known as Sarah loves this. If you don't mind me asking, how much would that run for?
I could let the stone go for 7 gold.
She very excitedly, exuberantly even, reaches into her coin pouch, and she will produce 7 gold
Okay.
and gladly hand that over.
Okay. As the attendant takes the gold, he scoops his hand under the rock, and it just kind of, it doesn't make contact with his hand. It just kind of like floats up as he like puts his hand under it. It like floats up, and then he extends his hand towards you.
She
says-
gladly takes ownership of this magical, amazing rock of
Okay.
I don't know what purpose.
Okay.
It's a scam. It's totally a scam. That thing's gonna stop working the
If
second
it
you walk
brings-
away.
Do not give Jubs that idea. I will, as a player, be broken. Okay.
It's like a really old man turned into a rock.
Hey, that's
And
an interesting relic. There's a story there. Anyway, so she her face is just lit up, just
Okay.
so thrilled by this shiny, this weird floating shiny.
So I think I saw you like put like both of your hands kind of like cupping around it.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, she was kind of trying to a little my precious like, but not
Mhm.
totally.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it does give a little bit of resistance when you press down on it, but it's not like a strong magnet or anything like that. It kind of just settles on the palm of your hand if you press it down enough.
She definitely does some experimentation to see the limits and how this works, and she kind of like turns around,
Mm-hmm.
excited to like show people this amazing thing that she got in such an unlikely place. And then she turns around, she almost runs into Violet, I think, just lost in this amazing, beautiful moment. Oh, I did not see you there. Look what I got.
I've had a few of those in my time,
Well,
but it's very cool. I didn't say it was wrong. It's great.
all right. Well, let's go show the others. I'm so excited. I'm pretty sure those two haven't had a rock like this in their time. At least I don't expect so. Don't want to judge. Let's go show them. And she is going to kind of start heading off in that direction that she thinks they are in. And I think I used 5 feet to get there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, about there. Okay. And I very satisfiedly passed my turn. That's a word. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're kind of like speeding up a little bit as far as like the passage of turns here, because I think we're about to exit this interaction and this investigation mode that you're in. But Violet, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to follow Cinder, and like as she kind of scurries off, like, yes, I'm pretty sure Ozzy was trying to get her attention, so
Oh, I did not notice.
I think I have a right there next to you. That's as far as I can go. So pass my turn.
So Cyrus and Ashen One, are you basically waiting for them to catch up to you?
Yeah, that's my plan.
Okay, so yeah, you guys can go ahead and get caught up. Violet and Cinder can scoot up, and looks like you're about to hatch a plan here. And we can probably exit initiative at this point, because you have succeeded in tracking down and finding your culprit. So we're going to switch to basically non-turn order here. And you see this man just still interacting with some of the vendors, slowly sipping on his not quite soup. But yeah, you're together now.
And then above the table, Jubs. So Helen has specifically tasked tasked us to find and apprehend this person. Is that correct?
The hope was to apprehend the person and recover lost goods.
Cool. So I'll just kind of look up at everybody back together now. Well, Ash and I found our guy. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions on how to handle the matter. I can be a little drastic in my measures, so and I kind of glance over at like Violet. So in an effort to not be too rash, I figure make sure everybody's on the same page here,
No suggestions for me. I happy to know that me walking around looking like an asshole the whole time was for wow. Just actually suggestion, yes. I don't think it would be smart to jump this guy in the public.
I actually do have a bit of an idea. So I could try and talk to him and just convince him to take a bit of a walk with us. Magically.
Where would we be walking him to, you think?
To Helen's, I suppose. It's not too far from here, right?
And if your magic fails,
That I don't know.
And how subtle is that magic? We are in a rather public place.
Hold on, it's rather new to me. Just give me a second to think about it. Well, there are some words and a little flourishy type thing.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's something. I do prefer it to our immediate violence. So, I mean, if no one else has a better idea, we can do that. I'll take a bit of a circle around in case he doesn't like what you have to say. Decides to head some other way.
All right. Well, does that sound good to everyone? I don't want to just start acting out or anything.
Sounds fine to me. I'll have your back if it does fail.
All right. This will be my first time trying it. And she is going to kind of saunter on over to this gruel man. And she'll kind of wave her hands friendly and everything. And she'll say, "My friend, I noticed you're having a rather unfortunate meal. I do know a better place where you can have some actual proper food if you're interested."
What kind of food?
What kind do you want?
You got
Not
some
this. I can tell.
What?
Not this, obviously.
You got any squirrel?
I'm sure that can be arranged.
Oh, it's been a while since I had a squirrel.
Well, why don't you walk with us and we'll go and find you some delectable squirrel.
Well, I can go to the park and get me some squirrel if I really need it, I suppose.
But are you going to find it glazed in honey and spices?
Make a persuasion roll.
And as she was kind of doing this, she was doing some arcane gestures and kind of whispering some words in infernal under her breath, like as she was taking in air,
Okay.
audibly, but not super duper audibly.
Okay.
And she is casting the spell known as Charm. which is not one I usually use as a player. He is going to have to make a wisdom saving throw of 13.
Spoiler: Gruul gives anti-charm properties.
Stop it.
He fails on an 11.
Success. Okay. So with that, he is charmed for an hour.
Okay.
He will know he's been charmed after an hour. And he is going to regard me as a friendly acquaintance.
Okay.
So what do you want me to do for this persuasion roll with that context in mind?
With that context, make the persuasion roll at advantage.
Okay. Am I good at persuasion? I'm okay at persuasion. Okay. Now I'm rolling 2 of my new D20s. Juno, you can shush. Okay.
I was yawning. You got this.
I don't care. You know what, Juno?
Yes. Did you get 20s?
No. I rolled 2 2s. That's gonna be a total of 7. But I am offering tasty honey covered spiced squirrel. That's gotta count for something.
He looks at you. You know what would be really good? Some more gruel. Would you like some? Have some. It's real good.
You know, I've done my time with gruel. I do appreciate
Come
the offer.
on. Come on.
If
Have
you
some.
don't have any more
It's
gruel,
really
you
good.
come with us.
Where are you going?
Not too far, just down the street.
Down the street. Oh, well, have some of the gruel first.
All right. And not with any enthusiasm whatsoever, she is going to take this grill and she is going to hold it to her nose. She's going to give it a sniff. Jubs, paint me a word picture
Of the smell?
of the smell, the sight. We're now looking at it close up and personal. I need to know how awful this is.
There are definitely traces of things that are a darker hue,
Okay.
as if water and oil kind of sitting in contrast with each other. You can see the bottom of the bowl, but not the entire bottom of the bowl all of the time.
Okay, so it's not too full.
Some of the browner swirls like kind of mask.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that less.
There's not really much in the way of like a savory type of smell. It smells a little bit like what an aquarium might smell like. Not like a disused aquarium, but like a decently maintained aquarium.
So in my experience as a human being, I have never smelled a pleasant aquarium. Okay. All right. She is going to take a deep breath and brace herself for this. There's definitely her face is downturned in just disgust and some repulsion and overall no thank you. And she is going to knock this back.
Okay. About like, are you drinking like a quarter of it, half of it?
I think she's going to try to, like, if it's not too much volume, like she's gonna try and just polish this off, so this guy has no excuse not to come and get the tasty honey spiced squirrel.
Make a Constitution save.
Okay, you know what? I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
While Sarah's rolling, I'm watching this guy to make sure that he's not getting pickpockety with Cinder.
Sure.
While he is charmed, thieves will be thieves.
Mhm.
So, I rolled these dice before and they were fine. I
Mhm.
did.
Mhm.
It's a better roll, I guess, but that's a 9
Okay, a 9.
with my modifier.
Okay. So immediately you are brought back to this day's breakfast when you had the runniest eggs.
Even though I didn't eat them.
The taste you are tasting is the smell that you smelled of those eggs.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me this smells like aquarium and it tastes like undercooked eggs?
Yep.
This is horrible. Why does this exist in this setting?
Thanks for taking one for the team.
You're welcome. I don't die though, right?
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay. Great. Okay, so she polishes that off and she looks back at the crazy gruel man.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, just give me 1 second. Yes, that was quite delectable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was so good that I just couldn't help myself. It is all gone. I don't know about you though. I'm a little bit more peckish. Would you like to come?
Well, of course. I mean, you did such a good job. I mean, that'll put hair on your blisters for sure.
I'm sorry, what?
The hot brown, what you just had, it'll put hair on your blisters. That's good. That's good eating right there.
So just at this turn of phrase alone, above
Over the
table,
yeah.
this turn of phrase alone, I don't know. I almost feel like I should roll another Constitution check. Can I self-impose a Constitution check because that turn of phrase is horrible
Yeah.
and the context is horrible and I hate it. That dice roll's fairly horrible too. That's a 13.
You definitely feel your stomach lurch a bit.
Okay. All right. So I don't know about you, good sir, but I know I could certainly go for some of that squirrel.
He kind of looks at you and he kind of kind of just gently like pats one of your wings. He's like, "All right, friend, let's go."
All right, sounds great. We're going to have some other friends come to this nice little feast. They also do love themselves some roasted squirrel.
Well, that sounds great.
I thought so too. And she's going to wave with a very kind of pained expression on her face to the
Mhm.
party. All right, let's go.
So just to give you some information, in this area of the town, like you do have the option of like potentially going back to Helen's office. There are also quite a few alleyways and secluded streets, as well as like a few parks. So there would be a few different types of options as far as looking for a less populated area.
So, Cinder's plan that she did a really great job communicating is taking this fine, upstanding gentleman with the excellent taste back to Helen's and having him enter that door first.
Okay.
That is Cinder's objective. That is the direction she is leading the party.
Okay. All right. So you walk back towards Helen's office. As you get there, or you getting close, he says, where did you say these victuals were?
Just right around the corner.
Okay. Not going to the council woman's office, are we?
Well, she actually invited us.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't worry, my good friend.
I don't think that's gonna work for me, friend.
Well, why not?
Well, let's just say she. Well,
My good friend, would I steer you wrong?
she's my ex-girlfriend.
Insight check.
Please be true. Please. This
Oh
is
my
the,
God,
this is
that
the
would
tea
be-
I did not know I needed. And I want a full backstory prepared for this. We're doing a flashback. All right.
Didn't expect that.
No. I'm starting to detect a pattern here though. Insight check. That's a 5.
Okay. Mm.
You know, my friends. Oh, that is interesting to hear. What if, now hear me out. What if we could reconcile you two?
Well, that'd be a surprise. I mean, she did throw a skunk at me the last time I saw her.
Right, but she is rather attractive though. Isn't it worth just the try, the attempt?
I mean, it's not really always about looks when it comes to, the affairs of the heart,
No, it's not. But she also seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders. She has a little bit of spunk to her if you're telling me that she threw a skunk at your head. You don't want to have a boring partner, do you?
Spunk and skunks and all that gunk.
You certainly have a way with words. Oh, come on, just come with us. If nothing else, for a free meal.
I think I'm going to have to take a rain check on that one, friend.
She kind of looks, Cinder looks kind of nervously over her shoulder to her companions with a help me kind of expression on her face.
How close are we to the counselors?
Probably like 20 feet away.
Oh my god, so close.
Trying to decide which one is better.
And how far away? Like, are we within hearing distance if I try to whisper to Cyrus?
I would say you're all within 10 feet of each other.
But is that hearing distance? If I try to whisper, that's the question I'm asking. Don't cheat me out here, Hubelio.
Well, yeah, the old man is starting to walk away. So if you wanted to lean towards Cyrus, he's probably not going to hear you.
Oh, he's walking away right now. I thought he was still sitting in place talking to.
When he says, "I'll have to take a rain check for it," like he begins to walk away.
So
Okay.
rude.
Once he starts walking away, I'm going to cast command and use the word halt.
Okay.
While you're calculating that, I'm gonna lean over to Cyrus and be like, "Should I try to grab him?"
I reach down towards the back, towards the bottom of my bag, and unhook the rope that I have over there, and I just hand it over to the Ashen One.
I'm making my
The rope,
wisdom
not the
save
bag.
for that command.
First.
That is a nat 1.
It sucks, doesn't it, Jubs?
He he stops and like stands bolt upright and is like, "What's that? What's happening?"
I'm gonna approach him and start tying his hands behind his back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna also tie his feet.
With the halt in action, you don't need to make any sort of a roll for that. You tie him and bind him. And he says, well, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to eat with my hands like this.
Yes, I thought it would be clear that we're not eating anymore.
What do you mean? You're not hungry?
I am fairly hungry, but it would seem that we are tying you up.
Okay, so as you finish tying him up, he hops once to get away because the command's duration has completed.
I'm gonna scoop him up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
like a
princess
potato
carry?
sack.
Oh, potato sack. Okay.
I ain't brattle style carrying this guy.
Oh, I don't. Would Ash know the distinction? But hey, I'm all for
No.
potato sack. I'm all for potato sack. That's fine too.
Fine,
What,
bridal
are
style.
you-
I'm carrying him in my arms.
What are you doing there, big guy? Just put me down.
I will once we reach our destination. And I'm gonna kind of start walking towards the council woman's office while holding
Okay.
them pretty, firmly.
You nudge the doors open and you look upon the vestibule in front of you.
Why don't you just hold on just a quick moment? And Cinder is going to kind of use her wings to kind of like lightly skip around that area in particular.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to knock on that metal door a few times. And then
Okay.
without waiting, she's going to just, try to shove that open.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
those
she owns the
doors
place.
those doors are still pretty badly damaged from when you last broke through them. So
It
you
was aggressively open. I won't say broke.
you as you nudge the door, it completely falls off of one of its hinges, and it like leans over at about a 27-degree angle and swings open just kind of like haphazardly.
Cinder has a bit of a sheepish look on her face. Looks around a little bit. And then she's now just going to a little bit less boldly stroll into that room looking for Helen.
You do not see Helen, but you do see Helen's assistant, who looks up and says, well, I mean, you haven't knocked it completely off its hinges yet.
Not yet. Seems like I'm making good progress at this rate. Not intentionally, though, of course. We think we've caught our guy. Is Helen around?
Well, she had to go to the north to meet with some folks. She's trying to clean up the mess of stuff that was happening yesterday. But we did talk about getting you your reward if you recovered the stolen items and apprehended the villain in question.
Well, we've got the guy. We have not exactly frisked him down because, I don't know, he's a little bit dirty. I don't want to touch that.
Okay. Well, I do know that the volume of stuff that's been stolen, unless he's got a cart with him, he doesn't have all of it on him.
So, we have to question him?
I would say there's somehow you're going to need to figure out where he has stashed quite a bit of merchandise.
Cinder's just going to, again, the sheepishness is setting in while we're here today, it seems. Just kind of look over to her party with a Welp. Kind of expression.
He says, I don't really have like a manifest of like everything that he's stolen, but we've got a pretty decent idea that we're looking at probably at least a month's worth of thefts.
Oh, just a month. All right.
Something along those lines.
Cinder's going to especially look at who she perceives to be the resident expert in this group for such affairs. Over to Cyrus.
Well, so for continuity's sake, I think the rest of us are all still out, like on the threshold outside of the vestibule, because I, for one, am not interested in going down into Helen's dungeon again. So Cyrus is like probably standing right outside of the threshold into the vestibule. So I'm sure we can see what's going on. I don't necessarily know that I really understand everything that's being said, though.
I'm the closest. You can ask me.
Did you cross over that area in particular?
I'm at the door,
Oh, yeah, the door. Okay.
At the door, yeah.
and then there's the big vestibule.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Cinder's going to hop back over. Again, careful of that area. She's not sure if that's deactivated or what, and it's not the time to fuck around and find out. To rejoin the party. So we might have hit a bit of a snag. Apparently, there's a lot of missing merchandise that this man cannot be carrying on him. And it must be stored somewhere else.
Oh, I think you got the wrong man.
Do we?
Ah.
I'm gonna kind of grip a little bit firmer as I'm holding them, and just kind of be like, "Stop your wiggling. Tell us where you left everything."
Left everything. I don't have nothing. And as he's struggling, like a small wooden case encrusted in gold like falls out of one of his pockets.
Care to explain that?
What do you mean? That ain't mine. That's his.
I'm fairly certain it's not his.
You're 100% certain it's not his.
Well, if we need to make him talk, I could try to make him talk.
What do you mean by that exactly?
It is not something I would like to do around other people, but if we have no other options, I would have a way.
I'm talking already. What do you mean making me talk? I'm talking.
How about we try something a bit more diplomatic at first? My friend, clearly you have merchandise on you that does not belong to you.
What do you mean?
Oh, please stop playing the fool.
Well, maybe I got something that somebody gave me, and I don't know if they paid for it or not.
I happen to have it on good authority that some of my friends saw you pocket some of these items.
That sounds like a real they said situation.
But you know, we're also such good friends.
Uh-huh.
Let's just be honest and open with us. We haven't lied to you.
Well, you gonna take me to dinner or what?
I plan to, especially if you help us out.
Ooh, what kind of dinner were we talking about again?
You were discussing squirrel before.
Squirrel.
Of course, if you have something else in mind, I'm sure that we can accommodate that instead.
No, I like squirrel.
I know there's a lot of fish here, and well, obviously there's some cows and goats, as we saw in the markets. Or is it just squirrel you're interested in?
kind of like squirrel.
All right, then. So squirrel it's going to be. But, you know, sometimes friends need a little bit of help from one another. And we're just trying to locate some items and see what's going on with all of that. So perhaps we could have a conversation and then grab these items and then go out for dinner.
How about I make you a deal?
Go on.
We can play make a deal. Because you and I are buddies.
Best of buddies.
What if I take you to where the stuff is? Because I am not a one-man operation. And I take you there. You let me go. And then you take me, like we meet at the Squirrel Hut. Just south of the bazaar. Later today.
I think I need to talk to my friends about that just real quick. Just to make
All
sure
right.
that they're into this idea as well.
He looks up at the Ashen One. He says, "You can put me down. That you can trust me."
I think I would like to see what this squirrel tastes like, and until then, I will hold on to you.
All right, if you want to, I mean, we can be squirrel buddies too.
Squirrel buddies. I've never heard that term. Is it one of endearment?
Oh, absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean,
Squirrel buddies.
we'll go and you'll have your first squirrel, so it'll be memorable, is what it'll be.
Memorable?
That too.
We will see. It seems more like a meal for you and Cinder. I will hold you until then.
I
All right, big
think
guy.
it could be a meal for everyone here, not just me.
I've seen people on the streets share meals with one another. It does not seem like something they invite others to.
But we're not quite like everyone else because we're such good friends. We should all come to this magical squirrel buddy meal. As she is saying this, she has a very forced grin on her face for this entire conversation.
So I'm thinking that Cinder probably like turns to try to have a conversation with just the four of you. Ashen One, do you turn towards Cinder, bringing this man into your side conversation?
Where am I positioned?
I would say that you're kind of positioned everyone is to your left, except you're kind of holding this man a little bit to your right. So you would have to rotate to your left to be a part of this like side conversation that Cinder is trying to have with just the four of you.
Okay. I was just wondering if I turn, am I going to knock him out cold from hitting his head on the door frame?
That was such a shame. Such a shame.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of lift him a little bit, and then I'm going to like press his head between my hand and my bicep. So I'm kind of covering his ears. And I'm just going to kind of turn my head slightly and listen while keeping him angled away.
So you've got him cradled in your arms.
You don't got to describe it. You don't got to describe it. But yeah.
He does need to
Yes.
describe it.
You brush. You would have to brush some of his hair away from his ear to like make like a good seal and like cover his ears.
All right. I'm gonna just very carefully with one of my hands, just gently sweep his hair behind his ear, while looking down at him with like the indifferent like Ashen One face. So he's just like staring at him like.
Helen used to do this all the time.
I'm sure she did.
I have so many questions.
And yeah, so I'm gonna cover his ears.
His ears are covered
Yes.
pretty decently.
Well, not something you see every day. So what do the rest of you think? Obviously, this sounds a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, a little bit more than we signed up for, I think. That being said, we're not negotiating in our strongest position right now. As it is out here where folks can still see us carrying this bound
Oh,
gentleman around.
you are so right. Give me a moment. And she is going to hop glide over that area again. Go to the assistant. My friend, could you make sure that that whole trapdoor situation is deactivated?
Oh, the trapdoor.
That's one. We didn't like that earlier this morning.
He gets up and goes over to the door that's wildly hanging off of its single hinge. And there is just a comically large lever that he grabs and just pulls down. Crink. And he says, all right, it's deactivated.
All right. Cinder is going to test that theory.
Mhm.
Kind of ready to catch herself.
Yep.
Prepared just in case. So she gives it a little test, a little test pressure.
Mhm.
Now a little test hop.
Mhm.
Then she walks across it.
Okay. Nothing happens.
All right. So how about we go in here and we talk in the normal room with the normal floor and go from there.
Yeah, we'll go from there. Come on. I'm gonna kind of like nudge the Ashen One, like to go into the vestibule, and then kind of just like glance back at Violet and kind of gesture like ladies first kind of thing.
Wow, such a gentleman. Yeah, I'll follow in.
And I'll go in last, and I want to make sure that those doors get closed behind us. And I'm gonna take a minute and take some string out, not my rope, but my string. Tie one end of it to a little bell that I have. Loop that around the handle of the door so that if anybody opens it while I'm not paying attention, ideally I'll still hear it, and then head in to the main room with everybody else.
Okay.
All right. So we can talk a bit more freely in here.
So as you enter with this man, the guy sitting at the desk looks up and he's like, really? That's the guy?
You caught him stealing.
He looks up from the Ashen One's arms and he says, hey, Walter. And Walter looks over and says, Bonbrim, I guess it's nice to see you again. Oh, geez.
Just a quick moment, everyone. And she's going to kind of scooch over to Walter. I have a bit of a question.
Uh-huh.
This man said that he and Helen were once a thing. Is that true?
It was a while ago.
How long of a while ago?
I want to say 9 years. It's been 9 years.
Well, no accounting for taste.
Yeah, you could say that. How have you been, Bonbrim? Oh, you know, Livin.
Well, at least we know he knows how to spell. That's something, sort of. All right. Thank you. I was a bit morbidly curious. And she is then going to kind of scooch back to her party to actually, talk shop.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, what are you thinking, Cinder?
I think it could be quite dangerous. I think that we don't know how many people are going to be in there. And I don't think I'm going to be friends with all of them like I am here with dear old Bombrim. At least not at first. It's a bit risky.
Walter, we're gonna go to the squirrel shack. You gonna come? Walter just looks up and he says, I hate the squirrel shack. Why would anyone want to go there? Why are you guys going to the squirrel shack?
It's a very long story.
It must be. No, it's real short. We're just gonna go there.
It's a story. Trust me.
We're best buddies.
Well, that is true. Right now we are best buddies. And she turns back to her party and is there a Rymorian kind of hand gesture that is akin to our society's, tapping the wrist for, saying watch the time?
Yeah, tapping the wrist would work.
Oh, okay. Then she kind of looks at her party. She taps her wrist. What are we doing?
Well, right now we really don't have any solid intel to go on. Right, we got Bulbrin here promising, swearing up and down he'll take us where we want to go. That's all well and good. We already know we'll be walking into something. We don't know what. So I recommend we, at the very least, figure out the who's, the what's, the where's, and the why's, and then, we can decide what we want to do with this sack of shit. But, as long as he's still useful, we might as well make use of him.
She's going to kind of lean forward to her friends. Listen, I can only do this for about an hour. And after that, he might be a little bit irked that I used some magic to make us friends.
Bonbrim looks at Cyrus and says, if you got a sack of shit, you can catch a lot of squirrels with that.
No, I don't doubt it.
I do.
Just saying. You could have a time.
So my good friend, Bombrim.
Uh-huh.
How many other good friends are we going to meet, though?
Oh, well, it gets busy sometimes. I mean, not more than like 10, maybe 8, something like that.
All right, well, it's not too large of a crowd, I hope. You see, some of us are a bit on the shy side, so I want to make sure that everyone's comfortable as we meet new people.
Okay.
Are they pretty hospitable? Are they kind, welcoming to meeting new friends, or are they a bit more secluded and private?
They really like it when you bring them stuff. They love that.
I suppose. Perhaps we could find some sort of... And it's like when you go to someone's house and you bring a bottle of wine, Perhaps we could do something like that. Just
He
in
did
case.
drop that box outside.
That he did. That could work.
It could. Bomber, who are we dealing with exactly? I know you and I are not of the most in-depth acquaintances, but our mutual friend here, I'd hate to make a fool of her in front of the rest of your friends, right? So, why don't we just speak as plain as can be, and you let us know exactly where we're going and who we're going to be seeing when we get there.
Oh, I don't really know their names. I just go to get paid.
How much are they paying you?
Well, yeah, if you untie me, I can kind of show you what I think I'll probably get with my haul today.
Mm.
Can you count without your fingers?
Sometimes
Sometimes.
the number's nice and low.
So then this number's going to be not so low, I take it.
I mean, I might need to take my socks off.
Okay. I want to turn to Cinder, kind of step back and turn my back to Bondrin and kind of lean over and whisper into Cinder's ear. Your diplomacy, your friendship route might not be getting us exactly what we need, so he might be irked by the time your little charm wears off, but I'm not entirely sure that that's going to be any worse than how things are right now.
I don't disagree, but I would like to know where he's going to take us before that charm wears off. If nothing else.
Yeah.
So is everyone in favor of doing this despite the risks?
Yes.
I guess so, if everybody else thinks it's a good idea.
I'm still in favor of getting a little bit more information from a friend here. We still do not know, and maybe he doesn't know who. Okay, I can get behind that. I can understand it, but yeah, I would like to hear plain as day where exactly we are going before we start setting out there.
I think that's rather reasonable. Bombrim, can you
Yeah?
tell us what part of the city that you would meet your friends?
Well, it's out to the west.
All right.
Do you know where the underground like sewery kind of area is, that's like kind of smelly and stinky and like not all that clean? You know where that is?
I do understand that it's underground and in a sewer type location. My general understanding of sewers and cities is that sewers tend to sprawl out under cities. There's lots of places, lots of ground to cover, lots of ways to enter.
Uh-huh.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
It's out past the Western Guard Tower. In yeah, in the shallows here.
All right. So, is there like some sort of tunnel or entrance or anything like that so that you can be a bit more descriptive of?
Yeah, about a 5 minute walk past the guard tower. There's well, it's kind of a little cave that you kind of go down and it winds down and it gets down to the sewers. I mean, that's usually the easiest way to go. and it's pretty close to the spot I sell my stuff at.
All right. One more question, if I may.
Uh-huh.
So, these friends, it seems like they have some sort of organization and everything. Do you know if they have some ultimate goal, or is it just to acquire items, fence them out, and make some money? Like, what are they doing?
What are they doing? I think that I thought.
As I understand it, they're not just taking precious, shiny objects, they're also taking food and supplies. Things that take a lot of space and don't have a ton of value in the market.
Uh-huh.
Which to me says it's something a little bit different than your average group of people who are.
Hey, do you think that they're like growing them giant rats in the sewers?
I sure as hell's hope not.
What if they are?
No, I don't want to hear it. Don't need to hear that. The sewers are bad enough as it is. Well,
Wow, I hadn't even thought of that.
We haven't seen any giant rats. You mind speaking up on that a little real quick?
Well, I don't know. They're probably almost as good as a good squirrel. Oh, maybe they're making giant squirrels. Maybe they're making giant squirrels.
Cinder is having like this 1,000-yard stare as she is just quickly not reminiscing, but just recounting all of the bad, poor choices in her life that led us to this place in time and space.
It could be like a squirrel as big as a turkey.
Cyrus, can you please do the talking for a bit? Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Baldwin, can you first and last, you mind spelling that for me real quick, like?
Just the first name.
Okay.
I'm not fancy.
It makes two of us.
That's a BAWN, a BRIM.
Perfect. All right. So, Bobby boy, let me see if I can't, get through it real quick. When you make your drop, when you make your sale, walk me through that. I want to, we're gonna be looking out for you here. So I want to make sure that I know what I'm looking for. Make sure nothing gets a little out of the ordinary. So how about you kind of talk me through this process real quick, like?
All right. So I go to the place. It's kind of built into the side of the walls there in the sewers. And I knock. 3 knocks. Then 5 knocks. Then 3 knocks. Then 7 knocks. Then 3 knocks. That's the secret knock.
All right.
They let me in. I put my stuff down. And then they pay me.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
Does it sound like he is being forthcoming thus far?
Okay. You could roll insight if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I will. That's really good. I think it's 19.
Yeah, he seems to... It seems likely that he wouldn't remember that succession of knocks without it being an actual thing.
Okay. That makes sense. It's that's clever for sure to have that. You can't just have any old somebody strolling on in the place. You just drop it. They give you your coin, and then it's on to the next.
That's right.
Simple as simple can be. What does it look like in there? We talk about a warehouse, or is it something a little bit more cozy like?
Well, it looks like a bit of a cabin almost. They got some barrels and crates. They got one of them ladders in the corner. I don't know why they got a ladder. That's weird. But the guy at the desk, he's got the money, and he pays me.
Well, seems like a simple enough business arrangement then, I suppose. All right, let's try this real quick. Like, you mind if we kind of just go through your pockets real quick, kind of get the stuff settled out? I want to make sure that we have the goods all kind of packaged up and ready to go. Make this as simple and as easy as we possibly can.
Sure. I mean, there might be like some old fruit in one of my pockets. I do have one squirrel in my other pocket.
You're more than welcome to your squirrel. I'm more concerned about whatever it is that you may be that you're going to be dropping off here with whatever those associates happen to be.
I mean, if you want me to get old Sparky out and hold on to him, I could do that. I mean, he'll bite you if you just go in there.
Old Sparky, I might have missed that one.
He's a squirrel.
Oh, he's alive.
Oh yeah. He likes the rotten fruit.
I suppose that makes sense. He doesn't object to your appetite.
I mean, you can feed the squirrel a lot of things.
All right. Good to know, I suppose. Well, alrighty then. And then above the table, Jubs, does Cyrus feel, with the information that has been given thus far, would Cyrus be able to get where Bonbrin's going without him?
You feel make a history check real quick.
That's going to be very, very low. 6.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. You're fairly certain that the sewer areas that he's talking about are related to that alleyway that you were considering potentially going from the trade district to the shallows. You know that at least the reputation of that area is that residences do not stay in the same hands for super long there. So you may be able to find it, but there would be a little bit of searching.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And the box that he had dropped, did we leave that outside? Because I don't think any of us specified. So
I think it's still outside.
okay. So just kind of look back to the group. What do you guys want to do? Something you want to kind of handle here in the moment, or I don't know.
All I know is this is all out of my league. I'm going to defer to your experience on this one.
I have an idea. It might not be a good one, but
Those
but
are
I
the
got
best
one.
kind.
Bonbrin, how about you how about we head on out and go get ourselves paid? How's that sound?
Well, I mean, I'll take you there, but I don't want to be seen there with you folks. I mean, you're gonna dust it up. I don't know, old bomb room. Don't want to be around for that part.
Oh, you misunderstand me, my friend. I'm not looking for violence. I'm just looking for a few coins. Don't worry. I solemnly swear that I intend no pain or harm to come to you, or any of us for that matter.
He's gonna insight check that real quick.
It's because you didn't swear on his pet squirrel.
That's right.
I,
He got a 3. Okay.
I feel that pain.
Bombrim's like, well, I mean, if we're doing something before squirrel dinner, we could do it like that. That sounds all right.
how much time has elapsed since Cinder cast her charm person thing?
We're probably at about 30 minutes.
And what would the travel time be? I know I don't know exactly where, but could we get there before this runs out?
Probably not. It would be close from your estimation.
Cinder, is that that particular bit of magical skullduggery you're capable of? Is that something you can do at will, or is that a kind of a one-time thing?
Oh, I can do it multiple times. It doesn't always work though, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair, but fuck, I think we need him at least somewhat friendly if we're gonna get where we need to go with him.
Perhaps when we get a little bit closer, we could try casting it again, and if it takes, then we're good to go. And if not, it might be a little bit easier to deal with at that moment than, well, once we're in there.
Yeah, I agree. I think whatever happens, we we want to make sure that we've figured him out before we stroll on in the whatever we're strolling on into.
That might be the smart thing to do.
All right. Well, I'm of the opinion that we ought to take advantage of whatever time we have left of this. So unless anybody can think of a good reason not to, I suggest we get rocking and rolling.
I'm in favor. And Cinder looks over to Ash and to Violet.
No time like the present.
Yes, I would like to hurry up and get this gentleman out of my arms.
But you're holding him ever so tenderly, though.
If you would like to hold them before your dinner together, you are welcome to carry him.
Oh gosh, I'm so small and weak. Oh, such a shame. I don't think I could.
I'm sure you have room in those feathers of yours.
I'm saying I'm not strong enough to lift him. Has nothing to do with feathers. You know, you're doing just fine, so let's carry on, shall we, before he tries to pawn them off on me.
Assuming we will probably cut his ties and walk with him there.
Suppose.
Yeah, we'll give him his legs.
Perhaps we could do that thing where we keep like the arms bound, but like it's covered by like, a jacket or something. So it's less conspicuous.
Not a bad idea.
Jobs, don't laugh at that so much. It wasn't that funny. This is concerning now.
No, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
I don't feel like that's fine. Above table, that does not feel fine anymore.
So as you prepare to head out and make the most of your time here, we will go ahead and take our break, and we will be back in just 10 minutes as we set out for some sort of thieves' stronghold of some sort, potentially.
In the sewers.
We'll find out soon. Back in 10 minutes. All right. Welcome back. We are back from our break, and the party has acquired a sort of a companion, perhaps a captive. The perpetrator of petty larceny theft, Bonbrim, has agreed to travel with you to his drop-off point. And I believe you've got him set up to walk freely at the moment with his hands still bound. Is that correct? And with some sort of like a cloak or something over him to kind of conceal the bound nature of his hands.
Mhm.
All right then. All right. So as you are setting out here, we're looking at mid-afternoon for the time. The yellow jelly light is still shining, but it's starting to fade just a little bit. So tell me, how are you going to be escorting Mr. Bonbrim here?
So, first and foremost, we'll make sure that we pick up that. I'll pick up the little box that he had dropped,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'll kind of like motion to Cinder to kind of step over to me and just be like, "You ought to stay close to him. He trusts you more than anybody else." And, obvious magical things.
Yes, I can do that.
We won't be far, though.
Not really excited to go into a sewer, but I suppose we have to do what we have to do. But by all means, please lead the way.
Well, we're following Bonbren.
So it's Bonbrim, then Cinder. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cyrus is probably going to be at the back, not like, way off away or anything like that, but just back so he can, keep an eye and make sure nothing is coming from left or right.
Okay. Then Violet and the Ashen one kind of in the middle there. Okay. So as you make your way, about 20 minutes pass, and you approach the western guard tower that you saw earlier. And if you recall, there was a sense of observation. There was a sense that you were being surveilled in some way. Now, this was back at the beginning of your investigation. There were some rolls that you made to see kind of what might have been going on there. You notice at the moment that the guard tower is empty. There's no one currently atop the guard tower from what you can tell.
A quick question on that. In our experience here in the city thus far,
Mm-hmm.
has there consistently been people manning these guard towers?
So the trade district would have a few guard towers. The Shallows has more than the Trade District, and the other districts you've been to have not had any guard towers. So there's not really a whole lot of precedent to go off of at this point.
Okay. So if Cinda notices this, she's not going to really pay that much attention to it.
Mhm.
They could be on lunch break, grabbing some coffee,
Okay.
and she's just going to keep on following our good friend Bombrim as we progress to a really great destination within the city.
Everyone make a perception check real quick. Let me
Nat 20.
Oh.
Today is the game of single digits, it seems. That's going to be an 8.
Okay.
12.
3.
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
So with that nat 20,
Oh, yeah.
Ashen One, there is a hat that is just on the edge of the guard tower that floats down, and almost serendipitously, like if you were to reach your hand out, you would actually catch it in your hand before it falls on the ground.
I'm not touching that hat.
Okay.
I'm going to let it fall to the ground,
Okay.
and I'm going to just kind of take a look at it.
Mhm.
So I'd like to investigate the hat.
Okay. I would say with your perception, you're able to investigate it pretty thoroughly. You notice that it seems the exact size that it would need to be to fit you.
Is there anything else about it? Is there like runic symbols on the inside? Is there, hair, blood, scratches, weird whispering?
It is like a
feather?
leather. It's like, no, there's no feather. There's
Damn it.
It is a leather hat. It's a kind of like a cowboy hat with some black rope bindings around the brim. And you do see hair that, like, just a few strands of hair that look identical to yours.
Fuck. Can I smell a hat? Can I see if smelling it does anything? Like if I recognize any scent from it?
Yeah.
Don't give me some the mask shit, but I'm gonna smell it.
Oh, like it sucks itself on you. No, it's not anything like that. You smell it, and your head swirls. You, again, for some reason, that image that came into your head a little while ago of foliage, of random colors, like hot pink, lavender, dark greens, navy blue, foliage of just vastly differing variety flashes in your head, and you feel almost like something is hammering at the inside of your brain, like it's trapped.
At that moment of just kind of that pulsing memory in my head, because above the table, I would still kind of remember, but maybe if it's a certain memory that I'm not remembering, if that's what that is, because I would still remember the area that we're referring to in this.
It's something from before that.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. That's
Okay.
I just wanted to make that clarification. Okay, cool.
Yep. Sure.
So when I get that memory, I'm just gonna kind of like take a couple steps back, stumbling slightly, trying to get my balance. My brow's furrowed, and I'm just kind of like let out like a surprise kind of grunt. And I'm just like massaging my temple with one hand and holding the hat, just trying to figure out what this memory is. And maybe I'm falling behind a little bit, or like I accidentally bump into Cyrus walking behind me.
Yeah, I would say if you like step backwards, because I'm just a little bit away to be able to see everybody. I'd probably kind of catch you as you're stepping backwards and not just like shoulder check right through you, and just kind of like step to the side. And you all right there, man?
This hat, I can't tell what or who this hat is from, but the smell it, and there's hair in there that looks like mine, and it's there's this memory that just keeps popping in my head, and I can't pin it.
In the middle of your sentence, before you can react, you hear a voice that sounds like your own voice saying, Malthus.
In my head, or like
in your head?
Let me compose myself real quick. I'm getting excited.
Is the Ashen one visibly affected by that?
I mean, I'm imagining this is like, so when I hear that name, I'm gonna kind of like lean forward a little bit, and just really just like threading my fingers through my hair and just kind of like struggling, because hearing this name and hearing this memory, it's gonna start tearing stuff and apart in my head, like different memories and stuff.
You have the urge to say that name out loud.
Okay. Malthus. Oh.
Take a breath, man.
I know that name, Malthus.
And I would think that we're probably following a little bit behind from the rest of the party too, if they haven't noticed.
I'm trying to
Would we
keep them
have
in
noticed?
eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we would have noticed, Jubs?
Yeah.
I was walking side by side with the Ashen one, so I would have
Right.
stopped.
I think so. I think what probably has happened is especially to Cinder, Bonbrim has been detailing all of the fabulous ways he knows to prepare squirrel.
Oh no. Why?
And like he's probably been talking about squirrel gumbo, squirrel stew, and he's probably like in the middle of like saying, if you got like just the real thinnest fillet of squirrel, I mean, you could cook that and it'll just be like real nice. And he notices that you've like
checked out.
You've checked out, and he just kind of is continuing to stroll forward. Like he's not running, but he's walking. He's just continuing to walk and talk to no one about squirrel preparation.
When Cinder kind of hears there's something kind of happening, like the sounds of her companion's footfalls are becoming a bit quieter, and there's something happening, not quite sure what. Cinder is going to kind of reach out and grab like the hood of this guy in the cloak and everything we put on him, and just kind of just gently yank him back. You're like, hold on just a moment.
Okay.
Walk with us. And she's going to kind of backtrack, just saying, all right, walking. All right, so guys, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. This hat fell down, and I smelled it because it had hair in it like mine, but I don't recognize it. And I heard a voice in my head after these painful memories just popped up, and it said the name Malthus, and it sounds familiar, but I can't I can't remember whose name that is, or if it's a place.
Do you hear? I'm making no judgment, but you hear that kind of voice all the time, or is this a one-off?
No, I don't. I do not hear voices.
Okay.
Something feels wrong. Something feels off. To have an item like this fall and then hear the voice.
Can you guys watch him for just a moment? Our good friend here.
Yeah. I got eyes on. Don't worry.
All right. And with that, Cinder is going to leap up into the air and fly up to this tower where this weird, mysterious hat has fallen from.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll just fly up there and she will just kind of land in there like she owns the place. Hopefully no one shoots her out of the sky. We'll find out. What happens, Jubs?
So you get up there. There's no one in the little crow's nest. You look up into there's rafters. There's a covered roof with like some cross beams there, and there's no one hanging out. Looking there, you look to the left and the right. It's basically just like a little basket type of sentry post. There's nothing there. You do kind of look out across the shallows. It's interesting seeing things from this angle. You got a little bit of that when you were flying the other evening, but you look out across to see across the rooftops, and it doesn't seem like there's anyone that's in the area, in the vicinity.
So up here in this tower, is there, I don't know, like a lost and found clothes collection bin or something? Something that would explain why a hat just fell out of the sky. Nothing.
No. And when the Ashen One noticed it, it was kind of like just leaning on like the hatch that kind of led down to the ladder there.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been sitting there for maybe a few minutes. Maybe the wind pushed it or something. So there's not necessarily a direct connection to a sentient being throwing it down at him, for example.
Is there anything else cool up here?
No.
Lame.
No rocks. No sparkly rocks.
No sparkly rocks.
It doesn't have to be a sparkly rock, okay? Sparkly in general is pretty cool. Pretty cool, you know? Okay. A little frustrated that there's no hat bearer, there's no sparkly anything, there's nothing that seems nearly as weird as the situation is. She will just kind of go back, and she'll probably just like kind of fall off of the same way that the hat did, but just kind of use her wings to slow her fall. She does not do a 3-point landing because she's not that kind of person. At least not yet. We'll see. But yeah, she will rejoin her party and she'll look at Ash. I didn't see anything up there. Nothing.
I don't know if I want to keep moving. The voice sounded so familiar, but and that name, and I don't know if that's my name. It sounds familiar. Something feels off, and I feel like I need to figure out where this came from.
Well, not from up there. At least not in any way that's obvious. Do take the hat with you. There could be some clue or something, some information we can glean from it. But I'm just saying, I didn't find anything that could possibly be a lead up there. I'm not sure why we would even continue searching.
I'm going to kind of just like, I'm going to take the hat and I'm going to kind of just like gently set it on my head to see if,
Does it
maybe
fit?
that gets, maybe that it's supposed to fit, but maybe it refreshes some of my memories or something like that. I know, but would there be horn slots in the hat?
To fit you properly, yes, that's true, and they do indeed have horn slots.
Do they fit just right? Because as another, God, oh, I had to watch my phrasing there. As
Not a hat
another
mimic.
horned player character,
Uh-huh.
a headwear is a little bit touchy for tieflings and similar folk. I feel like that would imply that it was custom tailored, or at least customized in some fashion.
So as the Ashen One kind of just gently sets it on his head, it doesn't just slide down, but it slides forward as if it were perfectly tailored for him.
Okay.
How does he look?
Dope.
Oh heck yeah! Like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Nice. I was thinking it was like
Absolutely.
an Akubra hat, like a cattleman or something. Akubra should also sponsor us. Those are sick hats. Anyways, sorry, I'm gonna stop being a corporate chill out. But do I see or smell anything like a trail or anything like that in the area?
No.
You're cruel. Okay.
Look, man, I tried. Okay.
That's okay. No, that's okay.
Very cruel DM.
I'm kind of going off of the memories that Hubelio gives me here, allows me. So I guess with this hat on, I'm just gonna kind of look around and just, if I don't see anything, I'm gonna say, I do not see any further clues or anything. I would say we should just keep moving and just keep an eye out as we walk.
I think we can do that, yes. I'm not sure what's going on with you, Ash. I can't begin to even fathom. But be patient. We will figure this out.
Yes, I have a lot of not ideal events that had occurred in my past, and I worry that
you can't
whatever
remember.
this is, that I cannot remember, but I have the physical memories of them. And I worry that whatever this is something that is not good.
Well, I suppose whatever it is, we'll figure it out as we go. It's not something you need to do alone.
That is fair. Thank you. And then we're going to keep walking. Beep, 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 beep.
Okay. So for whatever reason, Cinder, you realize that your concentration has ended.
What?
On the the charm? Isn't that
Yeah. It is. Let me double check. I think it is concentration.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on. Stand by.
I thought it was wisdom.
That's the saving throw.
Yeah.
Just testing you.
Dude, don't test me in my house. Hold on. Let me look at a spell that I do know is concentration, so I can see where the hell it's at.
Oh, actually, it's
duration.
Not.
Yeah, it's duration. Okay.
Just duration.
Yeah, it's just the duration.
Okay.
Ha! Take that, DM. You don't get to rain on this parade. Not right now.
The hour is up. You see no change with Bonbrim. He's still talking about squirrels.
Really? He's still talking, walking with us, and
yes.
Man, Cinder's really good at this whole charm thing. Like, fuck. Okay. That charm hits harder than, or this guy's just a fucking weirdo. More likely that, but.
What do you mean?
He is a weirdo. Okay, well, she's going to now that the charm spell has ended and she is cognizant of that, she is going to be a bit more watchful of this guy, kind of
Okay.
waiting for that moment when her luck breaks.
Okay.
In the bad way. Yeah. And I guess we're still following him? Question mark?
He's waiting to be allowed to walk forward.
All right, she'll kind of look to her party for, I don't know, some kind of what's the right word? Encouragement? Approval? Go forth.
Assent.
That.
Yeah, I think, now that Ash looks like he's doing a little bit better, he's kind of starting to move. I'll give you a little nod as well.
All right, so she'll nod in response, and then she'll kind of give her good friend a little pat on the shoulder and kind of urging him forward.
Okay. So he continues forward. After a few minutes, this cave kind of comes up. There's a mound of mud, but this cave entranceway is about wide enough for one person. It's a little bit of a squeeze.
Should we let him go first?
Bonbrin, is it just in there?
Well, there's a little bit of crawling. There's some bats in there sometimes. It'll be a few minutes, but if you get to the bottom, you'll get into the sewers.
All right. I'll head on in first.
Cinder will gesture Bombrim to follow after him, and she'll
Okay.
follow after him.
Cyrus, make an acrobatics check.
Buddy.
All right, 25.
A 25. All right. So you realize that there's like several stalagmites that you have to step on to kind of rappel down this. It is not a commonly traveled path. But you manage, and as long as you're kind of watching and eyeballing and pathfinding for everyone here, everyone else can make an acrobatics check at advantage. God. Before you guys tell me what you got, Bombrim
Oh, did he just eat it?
takes several steps and then lands directly on one of the stalagmites on his face and chips a tooth.
Oh, buddy.
And he just kind of giggles and he's like, well, sometimes that happens.
Sounds like a lovely, inviting place. I got a 13.
Okay.
13.
And the ashen one.
I wanted to do one more like look around behind me before I
Sure.
crawl in.
Okay.
So I don't know if I could do like a perception for that or anything. I just want to do one more glance. Do I see anything?
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Maybe somebody with the same color hair that I have, since I don't recognize this hat.
Yeah, go ahead and make your perception roll.
Yeah. See, the decision now is: do you want to split up the whole party and run two different storylines?
I'm glad someone else said it because I've been thinking it.
It's gotta happen. All right, the Ash.
Yeah, somebody speaks in your head, you're gonna be looking everywhere. I mean, it's just how it is.
It kind of depends. It's situational.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Why don't you go into more detail in character for the whole
Nope.
team? I got a 17 plus 5, which is 22.
Okay. So you glance up before kind of like squatting down to get into this cave. And you see like the very top of that watchtower. And you close your eyes for a second to just almost feel the inside of your brain to see if you can find the source of what hit you. You open your eyes again, and unfortunately, you don't see anything.
You're such a tease.
No splitting the party for
No.
you today.
I'm gonna go investigate the watchtower myself. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, good luck.
For my roll for the acrobatics, I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh gosh, here comes the damage roll. Be nice, all right? Don't make me chip a horn or anything. Come on.
God,
I
that would be
bounced.
cruel.
You miss your footing and fall about 10 feet and take 4 damage.
Well, now, okay, 1 second. I am 7 feet tall. 6.5. 6.5 feet. Never mind. Crap. Yeah. Okay. 4 damage.
This doesn't create like some unfortunate domino effects for those further in, does it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. And you said 4 feet of damage or 4 damage?
4 damage.
Okay. Lovely. A gift.
And when you fall down, everyone's kind of made their way quite a ways through at this point, but you do disturb some bats that flutter out through the top of the cave. You hear the drips of stalactites, and apart from the screeches and the flapping of the wings of the bats, the calm kind of restores to the cave. It's very quiet and peaceful. And after another minute, you get closer to the sewers and you start to hear like the thrum of rushing water. You hear other signs of life, maybe a little bit of like Magitech electric buzz to some lights. And you step out onto a street almost, but there is a sewage path going down the middle of the street, and there is a dimly lit corridor that you have come out upon in this sewer. And Bombrim says, "You know, it's pretty cozy down here."
DM, I'm only asking this out of what can only be described as morbid curiosity.
Uh-huh.
What does this place smell like? What's the temperature? Is it humid?
It's like Florida, and it smells like
Florida?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm not trying to diss on any Floridians. I've never been to Florida. I'm
I
just
grew up
trying
in
to do a
Florida.
funny. I don't know anything.
The ceiling of this place is lined brick, but there are in many places mud droplets coming down, and you're quite certain that the humidity is extremely high. It is at maximum.
Great.
It's not stiflingly hot, but it is slightly warm. And you do see a bit of steam rising from the sewage in the middle of the street path that you're on. The smell is I don't know if you've ever been to New York when you like get hit with a blast of like hot air from the sewers, but it is very sewerly. Like it has this like it has this like very like stomach dropping metallic empty type of trash smell.
Thank you.
You're
I asked for a
welcome.
word picture and I sure as heck got one.
Okay.
Great. Actually, one more question. I'm sorry. How much clearance do we have between the floor and this brick lined ceiling?
The ashen one is stooped over
Oh,
because he
okay.
cannot stand up straight.
That answers that's gonna okay. That's fine. Continue.
Okay. So Bonbrim kind of gets out onto the footpath and turns to the left. He says, "Oh, it's just a short way this way."
Excellent. This is great. And Cinder is going to, of course, follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I will as well. And mostly for the DM, I just want to point out I don't think Cyrus realizes that the spell is up.
Okay.
I am, like I have a little bit of spell casting, but like I am not I'm not a master magician or anything. And like you specified that he wasn't acting any different.
Mhm.
So if he makes a dash for it, Cyrus is still under the impression that he is charmed by Cinder.
Okay.
I'm sure that's fine.
Cyrus, I would like to ask you a question about Cyrus's time in Ironside. As a thiefly type of person, Cyrus would probably be aware of multiple regional dialects of what we know as a thieves' cant.
Okay.
What level of understanding did Cyrus have of specifically Ironside's thieves' cant?
Not nearly as good as he wished. I would say that was probably a part of why, like when he was talking to Cinder about how he thought, he'd be able to make a name for himself and like nothing worked.
Okay.
I think that is probably a pretty big part of why nothing worked, is because he literally couldn't speak to the other folk of his kind of ilk on a close enough level.
Okay. So the reason I ask is there is a decent amount of what looks like graffiti, art, decoration stuff on the walls.
Mhm.
You are picking up that there is definitely at least some instances of written thieves' cant woven into some of this graffiti. And I just kind of wanted to get a general idea as far as like a dialect you might not be immediately familiar with, but your spidey senses are tingling at this, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could probably get like a surface level, like
Mhm.
any like really subtle stuff probably goes over my head, but like the entry level kind of, if you would, I would probably pick up the basics then.
Most of it you see are like weird inside jokey type of we're down with this council person or down with that idea, or some things that are like kind of going into like the propaganda type of realm, but most of it is very surface level from what you're seeing.
I do want to kind of, if I can kind of just get Cinder a little bit, just because kind of, based off our interactions, I have some semblance of an idea of her shadiness.
Wow, that's a word. That's a fighting word.
Kind of just probably take like a little circuitous like route around the back of the group, and just as I'm like passing by Cinder to get around the other side, just like kind of whispering at her, you just want to keep your eyes and ears open. This might be a pretty good sized crew, and then kind of just keep circling over.
When she hears that, like she felt well, I would not, the word relaxed is not quite the right word because of the environ here. But when you say that, you can definitely tell that you might say her feathers are pricked up. Like there's just a discomfort there that's happening. And she's definitely paying more attention to things and also keeping a better eye on her new bestie, I guess.
Yeah.
Squirrel buddy, if you will.
So as you're walking, every so often there's like a T intersection that points off to your right. So the wall that you're walking on to your left has been pretty solid. And then every once in a while there's like a T intersection off to the right. And then every once in a while there's one off to the left as well. But the vast majority of them are to the right. Occasionally you see like a rung ladder going up to like a metal plate that seems like it's probably under quite a bit of mud, because those drips are pretty much everywhere. If you had to guess, they probably have not been used very recently in most cases. But you continue on. Is there anything that you would want to do before you arrive at this location? Okay.
I have something very particular in mind.
Okay.
So when Cinder got her new favorite rock in the world, she probably kept it in her pocket or something. While our good new bestie friend is still ahead, his back is turned to Cinder, she is going to very carefully take her favorite rock from her pocket, and she is going to bury it deep into her pouch, her backpack satchel thing, all the way to the bottom, and puts various things over it just to keep it down, because she doesn't want to lose her rock.
Okay.
And these people might enjoy shiny things, maybe even more than she does. So
okay.
I do not want the DM taking this item from me.
What was the light situation down here?
Very dim Magitech lighting. It's orange for the most part. Every once in a while there's like a green light. They're usually closer to those runged ladders. But it's like if you held your hand up in front of your face, like you would see a lot of shadow, and also your hand, but it's very dim.
Okay. This guy's a human too, right?
Yes.
Okay. He didn't pull like a torch or anything. He's just raw dogging the darkness.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Raw dogging the darkness.
Great wording.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
it
why,
doesn't
but I
matter.
love that so much.
It doesn't matter to any of us because we all have dark vision. But I was just making sure this guy isn't like, oh, I'm pretending to be a human and I'm actually a beholder. Catch.
He's definitely struggling a little bit as far as like tripping every once in a while, not necessarily falling flat on his face, but he seems to be relatively comfortable with not necessarily having the best footing. Like, so when he went down through the cave and chipped his tooth, he kind of just like chuckled at it pretty haphazardly, I would say. So you've stowed your rock.
Mhm.
He turns to the group and says, It's just right up here."
All right. Cyrus, do you want to go first, or I feel like you might be able to speak these folks' language a little bit better than I can. Possibly better even than our good friend here.
Jubs, do I detect any hint of deception or anything from him?
Mm. Are you trying to like insight check?
So I've been at least, somewhat worried about potentially walking into a trap the whole time. And so I still think he's charmed, but like before we go into what we're going, like I want to take a good look at him and
Sure.
really be like, really try and pin him down.
Okay. I'm not sure if that would be perception to like do an ocular pat down, as some might say, or do an insight check to see like how you perceive his demeanor and like what he's saying to you. So like let me know kind of which direction you would want to go as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, probably more the insight route, like body language, vocal patterns. Does now, for example, is there a weird shift in his body language or anything? So probably insight.
Yeah, make that insight check.
Okay. Hey, 17.
Perfect. Okay, I'm glad you rolled high because the questions I was asking you like were informing kind of how I was going to describe this. He's at ease. Maybe almost to a weird level. Not entirely sure if it's like this is just who he is as a weirdo and like he just takes life as it comes, or because you're probably thinking something along the lines of this is a moment where things are not going to go right, like things are about to go sideways for those people inside that place. For him, he's going to have to explain like why is it that he's with a whole bunch of people, and he just seems completely outside of that frame of thinking.
Oh boy. Yeah, okay.
Is this something that's like, never mind. Dumb question. I take it back.
You sure? Okay.
I just want to look at the folk and Okay, I know what I want to do. I'm going to look mostly at Cinder, but at everybody, and kind of gesture over my shoulder back at Bondrum. And all right, do we want to bring our friend here into some potential something or another? Bondrum, I'm not looking to. I'm not looking to get you dragged in any trouble. You can't get yourself out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I suppose I'd rather not be doing the knocking, but I suppose if I have to, I have to.
Well, I mean, again, I'm not looking to put you in any danger. Would having you do that knocking put you in danger? I thought you knew the code.
Well, of course I know the code, but they don't know you.
That's right. They don't. They know you.
Oh yeah, I'm a regular.
Okay. How much were you expecting for this little trinket? Hold up the little box I picked up.
Oh, that'll get me 3 silver.
All right. Well, that's quite a haul, I suppose. I'm going to look back at everybody else. How do y'all want to handle this?
I have no fucking idea.
Would I be able to use like this would be a really weird question, and I'm just gonna apologize in advance because it's gonna be really fucking weird. Would I be able to use a survival check because of my being of who and how amazing I am? Be able to like smell if there's any like distress or like any type of like pheromonal, like just something that's off, you know, like if I could smell, you know, that he's like a little on edge, like you know,
From
'cause
him.
outwardly stressed. No, I'm trying to smell
Is he
everybody.
your beta?
No, he's obviously my omega. I'm sorry, I'm done. But I didn't say that I'm recording. My mom listens to this. Anyways, yes, that's my question.
Okay. If you try to make a detection of smell in this setting, it will be at disadvantage. Because
I don't need no advantage for it. I'm good as it is. I'll show you. I'll prove it. I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead.
Okay, you might just eat those words though.
I don't have your dice.
You didn't need to say it like that.
I might have just eaten my words.
No.
So 13.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. It's better than most of my rolls today.
You manage to pick up his scent past that open sewage that's next to you, which is just miraculous in and of itself. There is sweat. There is there are other odors.
So squirrel.
There is squirrel.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
There is you can probably tell that it's been a little while since he's had a bath.
Nice. Fermented.
Stop.
But there's not really like a hint of like adrenaline or it's really not
Like there's
something
no like
that
cortisol or anything that's being okay.
No,
That's what it's called, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't know. I saw Alex smile. Whenever I see Alex smile, it's either I said something really funny or really stupid. So
It could be both. That's the beauty of it.
It's a stress hormone.
Yeah.
Ooh, no stress hormones how to smell.
But okay, cool. Then
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep walking. Probably covering my nose at the same time because of how sensitive my smelling is.
So he stops walking and he says, "Okay, then the next door is the one."
I would like to insight check him.
Okay.
I do know that I am no longer charming, at least not magically so. Anyways, just trying to see, like, okay, does this feel genuine? Does it feel like he might do a different sequence of knocks than what he described? Or even if the sequence he described, it might mean something else other than, oh, hey, we're friends. We're coming on in, you know? Trying to see if there's any tricksiness.
Huh.
You can tell me to roll my dice, and I'm gonna roll really bad, and then you won't have to reveal anything.
I don't think that there's anything that you could possibly glean from rolling dice is the issue. He's shooting straight at the moment.
What a weird little guy. Okay.
All right. Well, so far as I can see it, we got two options here. Number one, continue on as is. Knock on that door, hope that his friends don't mind a little extra company. Option two, I handle this myself, and we see if I can't get myself past this without getting anybody's hackles raised.
Well, I do think it might be a good idea if either our good friend here, our best squirrel buddy, and or yourself do the talking for this. I don't think we should have some of us just like wait outside or anything.
I'm gonna lean and whisper and contribute as well, outside of Bobson's range of hearing, and just kind of be like, "What if we threaten the squirrel? We could hold the squirrel."
Stop it. No. We're not threatening the squirrel.
Yeah, I don't think that would accomplish much, to be honest.
Well, we could just hold on to it and have him.
You want to hold his squirrel hostage?
Not. I just really wanted to see the squirrel.
If you had opened with that would have been one thing. And you also had this entire time to see the squirrel. Now might not be the opportune moment.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we could possibly, if everything goes swimmingly, we can go out to this squirrel hut and we can all eat squirrel while we pet the squirrel, which is not going to be odd at all.
He loves squirrel.
Oh gods.
Is that?
You know, I'm not going to touch that one. No. Nope. So let's focus on what we're trying to do here and not about unusual squirrel diets. Please.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If I don't know if a group of strangers is going to put the right message off, regardless of whether we're showing up to have a chat or have a little scrap. I mean, look at it this way. If you're a group of somebody's running whatever business this happens to be and stolen goods, I figure there's going to be a certain amount of paranoia. There's going to be a certain lack of trust for folks that aren't in the know, folks that aren't in on things, which we most certainly are not, so far as I can tell.
I don't think that's very safe, though. We don't know these people. And
Yeah.
you'd be risking your neck.
Yes, I think we're risking our necks one way or another at this point.
Right, but if we all go in there, then it's going to tell them, if nothing else, don't fuck around and find out. Now, if it's just you alone or with our friends here, that's not intimidating. They can easily just take advantage of the situation. I don't think these thieves have honor. At least I wouldn't count on it.
I wasn't looking to intimidate. I'm thinking,
Well, not intimidate, that's not quite the right word, but just there's strength in numbers.
yeah, there is. I want to know what our numbers are walking into. How, Jubs, how tall is our best friend?
He's about 5 foot even.
Okay. So I can, we've spent a good bit of time with our new buddy here. I don't think I can pull it off for that long, but I can pull it off long enough to swap this for a few silver, take a look around, and see what I see. Right? For all we know, as a group, we're walking into a fortress, but he's just walking into a shop. And I can walk in as him.
If you insist on this, at least, I don't know, keep the door cracked so if something does happen, we can hear it.
I'm not insisting. And for the sake of transparency, if we do go this route, that means I am going all the way. There will be no cracked doors. There will be no exits besides those which I can make myself. A cracked door is a hole in your story that they can look through to see the truth. And I will not give them such opportunities. I have light enough ammunition as it is. So no, I am not insisting. But believe it or not, I do believe that's the best idea.
I think it's risky.
It is.
Can someone else try to talk some sense into him, or me, perhaps? I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
All right, so you waltz on inside and you talk, and hopefully everything goes okay. And then that's fine. But if something goes bad and we're just standing out here like a bunch of chumps, I don't know.
No, I'm aware of the potential wolves den I'm walking into. I don't know specifically how this is going to work, but and I'll snap my fingers because I forgot to say anything, but I got rid of Oz before we started going through the whole thing because I don't need an owl going through the tunnels and all that
Oh,
stuff.
sure you do.
No, but I'm gonna get him back up on my shoulder. I don't know what happens to him if I'm not awake anymore, but somehow or another, I suspect that he'll be able to let you know, one way or the other. That's about the only lifeline I'd be willing to give.
All right. I still think it's stupid, of course, but if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, until we know that's safe for everyone to walk into. I don't want everyone to walk into it, you know.
Well, all right then. I suppose we should just get on with it because I don't know about the rest of you, but I do not really like this aroma. Not a fan.
Yeah, I tried breathing through my mouth at one point.
Don't.
Don't recommend it.
The nose isn't great either, but oh, the mouth.
You can taste it,
Yeah.
and it lingers. It's pretty bad.
It's not good.
No.
Chubbs, are there any like puddles on the ground nearby that are reflective enough to where I could see my reflection?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to walk over to the nearest such one. I'm going to take a knee and I'm going to look down at my own reflection for a second, and then I'm going to say, "This isn't who I am." And then when I stand up, I've cast disguise self on myself, and I stand back up as this old man who's about 5 foot even, with that white scraggly hair, missing teeth. And I will turn to look at Bomdrin, and kind of,
What a fine-looking gentleman!
"You're goddamn right, brother. I say so myself."
This is amazing.
And I'm gonna head down the path towards what I am assuming is the doorway.
Okay. Are you expecting Bomb Brim to follow you to the
No.
door? Okay.
No.
Now, Cinder just kind of keeps her hand on one of his shoulders, just kind of keeping him put.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of saunter up to the doorway and in as casual a gate as I can manage, and get up, knock 3 times, 5 times, 3 times, 7 times, 3 times, and see what happens next.
The door opens.
Okay. Gonna walk on in, and I'm gonna walk on in, and I want to take a look around and see what it is that I see.
All right. The door closes behind you. And you see 3 gentlemen, one closing the door behind you, one at a desk in front of you. To your left, you see the opening to another room with a few barrels, grain sacks, crates. Directly behind the man at the table, you see a room with candle sconces, low light, floor covered in a red carpet. To your right, there's a man sitting at a chair next to a ladder going up to a second floor. And from the table, you hear the voice of the man saying, "Well, old man, what do you have for us today?"
"Oh man, I've had one hell of a day getting here. You damn near ran into my ex. You better be extra grateful." And I'm gonna pull out the little doodad that he dropped, and set that down on the. We step up to the table, set that down, and shove that over, but like with like this real almost exuberant, like put on air of excitement for the haul that I am about to receive.
Make a performance roll at advantage.
That is a natural 16 for an 18 total.
Nice. So the man says, "Oh, you got yourself a metal box, huh?"
Well, I got what I could get, you know.
From a pile of gold, copper, and silver, he picks up a single silver piece and he puts it down on the table and slides it towards you. He says, "Well done, old timer. There's your reward."
Well, I thought it was going to be a bit more than that.
The man looks at you kind of like strangely and he says, "You're not usually one to haggle."
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's been a stressful day. I could have sworn it was a little bit more, but what do I know? And just kind of grab the silver. You know me. Oh, Bombdrim the Bright. Pocket that. Any other work? I take whatever you've got on offer.
Well, you know what they say, old man. As long as the jellyfish are out, you can go fishing.
And I assume that I don't pick up on any meaning to that whatsoever.
Like you're looking to see like a hidden message of some sort, possibly.
Yeah. And like I said, so Cyrus is thinking, okay, is that code that he's saying?
Okay.
And is trying to work out, am I about to walk into a trap?
Okay. What would be a good roll to make for identifying potential thieves' cans? I would say like we could make anything thiefly makes sense here. So it could be stealth, it could be sleight of hand, it could be acrobatics. Like any one of those things could potentially lead you, not that they're necessarily a one-to-one analog, but you can choose one of those to kind of go with.
Okay. Okay.
Let's do sleight of hand since there are hand signals that go along with thieves' can.
Makes sense. Okay. Not good. 11.
Okay. You feel like there's context that you're missing.
Yeah. And can you just repeat the phrasing that he had said? I know was it when the jellyfish are shining, it's time to go fishing, or
when the jellyfish are out, you can always go fishing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that you may. And hopefully to a plentiful catch. And I'm gonna kind of like massage one of my temples. Oh, apologies. Hell of a day, yeah. And I'm gonna turn and make my way and try and leave.
Okay. They open the door for you.
Uh-huh.
You take a step out into the sewer way.
Okay.
And they close the door. And as the door is closing, you hear a click. And it's a click that, like, for a split second, it's inside that room, and all of a sudden that a second click happens out where you are. And it's loud enough that everyone hears it. When Bomb Brim hears the click, he makes a noise that sounds a little bit like, and two things kind of happen simultaneously. A squirrel shoots out of Bomb Brim's pocket, scurries up his chest, and sinks its teeth into Cinder's hand.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Sarah.
Please tell me he has rabies.
I was saying, in case you couldn't read my lips, that is rude. I've been very pro squirrel this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to inflict any harm upon the squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
Very rude, but go on.
And you said that you had your hand on his shoulder, right?
I'm not trying to like backtrack out of this interaction or anything, but the way I was intending it originally is just to prevent him from going forward when Cyrus went forward as him.
Okay.
I think once that door had closed, she probably would have removed her hand, but she still would be very close to him.
Okay.
Still within flying squirrel reach.
Got it. So the squirrel's going to make an attack roll to see if it hits you.
Okay.
Are we entering squirrel initiative, or can I use animal speak?
I don't know why, but squirrel initiative kind of, I don't know, there's something to it.
That sounded like a caveman. Are we entering initiative, or can I use animal speak? Shut up.
Thanks, B. Thanks, B. All right, listen.
I'm a fucking caveman in the call right now. What's going on?
Me
I've
talk
been
to
talking.
squirrel.
I've been talking as the Ashen one. Okay, it bleeds into my real life speech every so once in a while, and I
Certainly
can't
does.
help it.
So if you wish to cast Speak with Animals when you see this squirrel materialize, that's something you can do. It is going to basically take up what you have as like a reaction to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a reaction. It is a full action. But it's going to kind of like soak up whatever like other reactions you might have in the moment. So the squirrel rolled a 15 to hit.
I'm sorry, this squirrel, this probably 1 pound soaking wet squirrel,
Yeah,
is able to beat just barely my armor class?
I guess so.
What the fuck is this squirrel?
A squirrel rolled better than you.
Okay, well,
Think about
that's a very low bar today. A very low bar today.
I'm talking about in overall.
Okay, you know, that was just uncalled for. You didn't need to say that.
So as this is happening, two other things are kind of also simultaneously happening. The clicking that you hear is a net trap that has fallen on Cyrus. Well, it's falling on Cyrus. It's also falling on the party. So like there's basically two large nets that are coming down. The other thing that's happening is as soon as the squirrel launches off of Bomb Brim and his shoulder, he seems to trip. And like you might manage to reach out and grab the cloak that's on his shoulders, but he slides out of the cloak and into the sewage in the middle of the street.
A questionable decision.
And you hear him say, "Whoa!" as he goes in.
Okay.
The squirrel is going to deal 5 damage to you.
What are they feeding this squirrel?
Other squirrels. I thought that
Yeah,
was
other
covered
squirrel.
already.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that was hypothetical. Okay, I didn't want to take it literally because that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up, y'all. What about like mad squirrel disease? God, did I contract freaking mad squirrel disease?
I think you're thinking of mad cow disease.
You got lycanthropy.
Everyone's gonna need to make a dexterity save.
That'd be very funny to turn into a were squirrel
Get big bushy tail.
because
Oops.
the character is not enough of a freak with like the wings and everything. Let's just add a bushy tail to the mix. I'm sorry. What are we rolling? I was too busy taking squirrel damage.
A dexterity save.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Jobs,
Let's see how these dice hate me this time.
how much does the net weigh?
What's your net worth?
I was just gonna say that. God damn it! I should have been faster.
Between 30 and 40 pounds.
Okay. That's an
Natural
18.
20 for 21.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
I got a 10, and I'm just glad I'm in the double digits.
Okay.
24.
Okay. So you all managed to basically catch this net and push it off to the side. The door is closed, and Bomb Brim has gone into the sewage water.
Where's the squirrel?
The squirrel is
Is embedded in my arm.
has bitten your hand and is probably sitting on your wrist at the moment, like all four claws just holding on to you for dear life.
I would like this. I'm not sure for an initiative exactly, but I would like this squirrel to make a dexterity saving throw as I try to freaking just like wave my arms around and get the motherfucker off of me.
What if the squirrel is the mastermind?
It could easily be. I mean, it's so weird. This guy has a freaking squirrel on him.
Have you tried talking to it?
No, because it's
Squeaking,
it
squeak,
can't
squeaking.
talk when its teeth are embedded in Cinder's flesh.
It fails.
Good
The save.
motherfucker.
Which way? How are you flinging it? It failed so bad that it's gonna be
What
your
arm?
determination.
What
left
part
arm.
of Cinder did? Left arm.
Yeah, your left arm.
Okay, so like let's say it's like left forearm.
Yeah,
She's gonna kind of just fling that forearm to the left,
against the
send
wall.
that- not like onto the wall. I'm not trying to make any
Okay.
carnage on that wall, but just like like
Kind of behind you a little bit.
I guess
Okay.
just her main priority is just get this fucker off of me because this is not what she wanted in her life today, to go into the sewer and get attacked by a rabid lycanthropic squirrel,
Okay. So
presumably.
Ashen One, you see the squirrel go flying, and you have a moment to converse with it if you would like.
I'm very disappointed that nobody got my Emperor's New Groove reference.
Oh, I got
and
it.
I was like, okay,
The-
thank you.
The Patrick
Thank you. I was like,
Warburton.
yeah, it's like squeak,
Squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
Squeaking, squeak, squeak, squeak.
Man, it's like speaking to God. What am I gonna say?
I kind of feel like Jubs needs to start this off with like a screaming squirrel noise.
Ah! You're like an Alvin and the Chipmunks like voice
Good
changer.
verbal.
I'm going to say to it, I'm going to say,
What is wrong? We are friends.
And it lands. Glory to the Squirrel King! And it jumps into the sewage water.
I'm done for the night. I'm so
Okay.
done for the night. We're ending right there,
Can we back
please.
up a little bit? What the fuck was his name? Brambrim, whatever.
Bondrim, yeah.
Bombrim. His
Yeah.
name literally fucking like depleted over the whole entire course of this fucking
Boston.
session. Eventually, it's gonna.
It's just Bobby
did
Boy.
he turn into a were squirrel on the way in? Like, what's the vibe?
Did you say did he turn
A were
into
squirrel.
He
like,
did not
what-
turn into a were squirrel, no.
He already was one.
You didn't
No,
see
the
his
squirrel
tail?
was already a were squirrel. Where squirrel?
Squirrel.
What was his? Was
Tongue
he an-
twister, okay?
But if he's aware anything, I mean, was he like an alpha? Was he like a?
Oh my god.
Right.
Well,
Juno,
right
your
now-
mom.
Right
Your
now, I
mom!
just want to know where he is.
Who?
I'm funny.
Did he surface from the sewage,
No.
or is he under this? Okay.
No.
Oh, brother, what the
No.
fuck?
Okay, like seriously, like when Chubbs was like, that guy just jumps into the fucking sewage. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let him go. Okay? That's a life choice, and I don't think that us killing him could be worse than what he just inflicted upon himself.
So as the squirrel launches itself into the sewage water and says again, "Glory to the Squirrel King!"
I have questions.
You're left with questions for sure. You're left with two nets. You're left with a closed door in your face. And we are left without any time in our session until next time. You are left alone in the sewers.
Nothing good ever happens in the sewers. I just need to say that right now.
The Ninja Turtles.
I'm not a
I'm gonna
Ninja
go
Turtle
ahead.
person.
I can tell. It
I'm
shows.
gonna go ahead
Good.
and roll our credits here as we do our little outro. But yes, that was quite the caper you guys pulled. I think
It was something.
that was something.
It was something.
I think I should have gotten an opportunity reflex or something
Yeah.
on that squirrel jumping past me. Just saying.
Attack?
No. Shh, 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 shh. Nar. A reflex, not attack. I know it's wrong. Don't correct me. I already look stupid, okay?
All
My
right.
bad.
Well, from everyone at the Eldritch Outcast, thank you very much for tuning in, hanging out, and playing along with us. And we will see you guys next week. Goodbye,
Yes.
everybody.
All right, bye, everyone.